in an outdoor wedding, you got it. You get to do things your way, and that includes how you serve drinks. At Sami Tipi, we've seen it all: full mobile bars, DIY booze baths, gin stations, and everything in between. So if you're wondering whether to hire a professional bar service or go the DIY route, well, here's what you need to know. Let's start with the bartender service. It's stress-free option. It's perfect if you just want to relax and enjoy your day. You know that everything's taken care of. By hiring a mobile bar company, you've covered a lot of the big ticket items in one go, such as you've got trained bar staff, you've got the glassware, the drinks are chilled, you've got the ice, and at the end of the day, they're going to remove all their rubbish that they've created. And yes, surprisingly, there can be quite a lot. Plus, a good bartender doesn't just have to serve, they entertain. Shaking cocktails, cracking jokes, it's all part of the atmosphere that you're creating for your special day. And most companies offer a drinks consultation, absolute bonus. This is where you get to taste test and pick your favourites and even design a bespoke cocktail for your wedding. When you go to this session, absolute top tip, make sure you take a taxi, and that's obviously the way you're going to get home. And you can usually choose between different packages with bartenders, like a arrival drinks package, and this will typically include a drink on arrival, table wine, water, don't forget the water, and a glass for toast, and that'll be starting around £25 to £30 per head. And then you've got the cash bar service, which if you've booked on a package, that could be free because you've already hit a minimum spend with the drinks package that you've booked. Or if you've not booked any pre-drinks, there could be a minimum spend, and that could be in the region of £2,000–3,000. So if you're confident that you've got big drinkers within your party, you might know that you're absolutely going to smash that. What happens if you don't is that you make up that difference in effect, and that's what that minimum spend is all about. So guests pay for their drinks just like they would at any regular bar that they would go to. You've handpicked out the drinks menu. You could even give out drinks tokens if you wanted to as a wedding favour, as a treat to them. But you know, with having a bartender, you've got everything covered. The extreme to that, the other end of that, is the DIY drinks. Now, for this option, there is a little bit more effort, but it can be super rewarding and completely personal to you. But there are some things that you need to think about ahead of and make sure that you've planned. So firstly is, where do you buy the alcohol? Well, we've had people doing, runs over to France, but also people making the most of supermarket deals, wine merchants and local breweries. Good time is when there's special sporting events on. They'll often have deals on around that time in the supermarkets. Glassware. This is something you can't forget about. You need to hire it, or you could even give guests their own personalised glass that they can even keep as a favour. So it's just one glass per person for the whole entire day. So how do you serve those drinks? And that's often a big question. Now, you can set up really fun drink station like a Prosecco bar, a Pimp your gin, a booze bath, lots of ice buckets around with those drinks that's chilling throughout the day. You might want to decide that you want staffing. You want people to be able to serve that for you. So actually hiring additional waiting staff from your catering team, that might be an option for you. Keeping your drinks cold, this is a big one. Now, when we work with bartenders, people often say, will the drinks be cold? And it's like, that's their job. That's what they'll do for you. But when you're doing it yourself, that is a big thing. How will you keep those drinks cold, especially if we're in for one of these heat wave days? And it's really important one. So could be that actually the investment in a fridge trailer is really worthwhile on that one. And also then if you've got some baked goods for the morning for breakfast, they can all go in that fridge van too. You would completely and utterly utilise a fridge, van or trailer. So DIY drinks can feel much more relaxed and informal, but there's quite a bit of work that needs to go in pre the wedding to make that happen, but it really gives you a chance to show off your creativity. Now, there's an option that's somewhere in between the two. I always like to call it the hybrid option, where couples, you might go for your own DIY daytime drinks, personalised welcome drinks and cute drink stations, and then hand things over to a mobile bar team in the evening. And you can get to put your own stamp on the day, and you don't have to stress when it's time to hit the dance floor. You're not worrying about whether you've run out of drinks or not, which often people is their biggest concern. Have they bought enough drinks? That hybrid option gives you the balance of you've given your guests a nice level of sort of like free complimentary drinks as they've arrived with all your cute drink stations, but then you know it's all taken care of by a professional coming in for that sort of like evening drinks reception. So whether you go in bartender, DIY, or a bit of both, somewhere in between, the most important thing is choosing what's right for you and your celebration. So, want help planning your own outdoor wedding? Well, remember, go check out Sami Tipi. We've got loads of stories of real couples, tips and advice on, yes, your drink service, but everything in between with regards to planning out your own outdoor wedding.